iOS 14 update will have a big impact on your Facebook ads. What's new is Facebook still able to track conversion for iOS opted out users? Are we still able to use retargeting? Will dynamic ads work? What's happening with pixel events? There are a lot of things to discuss. I will try to make this video short, but maybe it will be longer than usual because a lot of things are different, and I will try to explain everything possible. At the end of this video, I will make a demonstration how to use the aggregated event measurement protocol, what you need to do inside your account, how to configure events for a domain. It's pretty simple, but it's something you need to understand, and from now on you will need to use this new feature, new aggregated event measurement protocol. But first, let's see what's the deal with these new changes. What's new in Facebook ads after iOS 14 privacy update? After this iOS 14 privacy update, Facebook will have to ask their app users for consent before using their private data. So this will have an impact on how Facebook ads work on custom audiences, custom conversions, lookalikes, and dynamic product ads. Basically everything will be somehow impacted. However, Facebook is still able to track conversions for opted out users by using something called aggregated event measurement. It's a new protocol that involves you doing some stuff. You have to configure up to 8 conversion events, pixel events, or custom conversion for each domain that you own. Only those events configured there can be tracked by Facebook and can be used as Facebook ads objective. If you run ads for that domain, Facebook automatically configure these events, but if you don't run ads for a domain, or if it's a new domain, or if it's a new pixel, you'll have to manually add the events under aggregated event measurement. Once you have this new aggregated event measurement, you can reorder events, you can remove them, you can add new events. But there is one thing you need to do before. You have to verify your domain. On this channel we have another video showing how to verify your domain using Pixel Your Site. It's very, very easy, and you should do it. Events and conversions under aggregated event measurement can be selected as your ads objective. All your ads optimized for other events that are not in that list will not work anymore. Now, what happens with Facebook pixel events? In essence, if you want to use a standard event as an ad objective, you have to add it to under aggregated event measurement. If you have custom events, so not a standard event but a custom event, you must create a custom conversion first. Both standard and custom events can be used for custom conversions and custom audiences, regardless if they are under aggregated event measurement. So it is not related in any way. What are standard events? Well, Facebook has a long list of standard events, custom events. Any name you use for an event that is not in the list of standard events will be considered custom events. That's the main difference. For example, purchase is a standard event. Signal, it's a custom event. Signal, it's a custom event. Pixel Your Site fires automatically to track various actions. This is a custom event. If you want to use this event for ads, you need to create a custom conversion first and then add it under aggregated event measurement. For purchase, you don't have to do the custom conversion first. you can select it directly under aggregated event measurement. I will show you this later at the end of this video. Custom conversions, they will work. You just need to create a custom conversion and then add it under aggregated event measurement, and you can use them. Custom conversions are a bit more flexible than standard events. You can capture very precise actions that cannot be easily captured with standard events. So they are still useful, and maybe you need to use them. Custom audiences. Well, to be honest, it's not very clear what's happening with custom audiences, because we don't know if Facebook will remove a user that opted out on an Apple device, if they will remove that user from all your custom audiences. Maybe they will, and it means that this will have an impact on your retargeting. But it doesn't mean that you should stop doing retargeting. Just expect not that good results as before. I think retargeting using custom audiences will be somehow impacted. But again, don't stop doing retargeting ads. They're still useful. Just be more careful and watch the results. Dynamic product ads. Facebook says nothing will happen with dynamic product ads. They will work as before. But again, what happens with dynamic retargeting? Because dynamic product ads can be done in two ways. One, when you do dynamic product ads for new audiences, but you can also do dynamic retargeting when you target people that view or add it to cart products without buying them, and they will see ads for that particular product. This is dynamic retargeting, and I guess this will be somehow impacted if that user opts out from tracking on an Apple device. Facebook will not be able to do dynamic retargeting properly. Oh, by the way, if you don't know what the dynamic product ads are, this is a special type of ad where you promote products from your product catalog. Very, very useful and very efficient. I recommend to do them. Lookalikes. I think lookalikes will be fine. Yeah, Facebook will have sometimes less data to use, but they still have plenty of information for the users and powerful algorithm. I think they will be able to do lookalikes and to make them very, very efficient. What are lookalikes? Well, this is a special type of audience where you say configure a source for the lookalike, like a custom audience or an event or a product catalog, and Facebook tries to find people that are similar to those into your initial source. So they are a great way to find new clients, new users for your business. And I think lookalikes will be fine. I think they will work pretty well, even after this update. Something new, it's called Attribution Setting. I'm glad they did this because it will replace something called two things that were called Attribution Window and Conversion Window. They will merge under this new Attribution Setting. You can find Attribution Setting on ad set level. When you create or edit ads, you will find Attribution Settings right there. What it means? It means that Facebook will look for a conversion after an ad is clicked for a particular amount of time, usually 7 days after click. This will be the default value. If in these 7 days the desired event takes place, this is count as a conversion. This is a conversion. If the desired event takes place after that window, it's ignored. It's not a conversion anymore. The default values are the default value will be 7 days after click, but you can select 1 day after click. And right now they're still available two options with view, 1 day click and 1 day view, and 7 day click, 1 day view. What is this view? It means that Facebook will say you had a conversion if someone just saw an ad without clicking on it and performed the desired action in that window. So in one day after they simply saw the ad without clicking on it. But view will not be available after the iOS 14 update. So only conversions after a click will matter, will be reported and will be used for ads optimization. Okay, so let's explain how the old attribution window worked. It was related just to your Facebook reports, and the default values were 28 days for clicks and 7 days for view, meaning that if someone clicked on the ad and performed the desired action in the next 28 days, Facebook said you had a conversion, or if they saw the ad and performed the desired action in the next 7 days, Facebook said you had a conversion. Conversion window, it was it's very confusing, but it was related to how Facebook used data to optimize for the as delivery. So if you had a conversion in that window, it was used for ads optimization. If it was outside the window, their algorithm simply ignored that conversion. The default values were 7 days for clicks and 1 day for view. As you can see, those look very similar, but in fact they were quite different. One was related to how you saw your reports, and the other one was related to how Facebook optimized for conversion. Now they are unified. The same data that you see in your report is used for delivery optimization. I think it's better and it's less confusing. These are the major changes happening with Facebook ads in general. And now let's see how you can use the new Facebook event measurement protocol, what you need to do, how to configure it, where you have this new option inside your events manager account. Okay, so I'm in my events manager account. There is a link in the video description that will bring you there, get you there. Now, if you have more pixels, simply search for the one that you want to configure. I already searched for the one that I want to use, and look for this new tab right here, Aggregated Event Measurement. Click on it, and you will have this button. Click on it again, and you will be presented with a list of domains. Select the one that you want to configure. I already did. As you can see, this is an empty domain. No events were configured for this domain. That's because I don't run ads for it. Otherwise, Facebook would already put some events here automatically. But I can manually add events like this. You have to select the pixel from here, and then you choose the event. And ideally, if this is a e-commerce website, these are the events you want to have. Purchase, initiate checkout, this should be add to cart, and then view content. These are the default events you probably need to use. Try to enable value, but you need at least 100 purchases in the last 7 days with 10 different conversion values. Otherwise, this option is not possible. You can also add custom conversions, but first you need to configure that custom conversion. If you have them configured, simply select. I have 2 conversions configured for this domain and for this pixel. Okay, so this is the new setup. I don't want this actually, just for show. Submit. There are various messages you'll see. Read the text because sometimes it has really nice and useful information. I understand and to apply. Once you do it, Facebook will be able to measure opted out users. for iOS 14 apps. But this is not strictly related to just Apple and iOS 14, because this new setup works for everything. This is how Facebook works right now. You need to do it regardless if you target or not target mobile app users and Apple users. It doesn't matter. You need this extra step. You need to have events under aggregated event measurement if you want to use them as your ads objective.